river for as long as I can remember.
Cool. Where's Farkas? That's who I'm looking for. Farkas.
If the Circle vouches for you, I'm sworn to respect their judgment. But that doesn't mean I like it. What now?
This is over here. No, he's not. The hell?
Some nights I dream about the mists of Sovngarde.
Oh, there he is. Sleeping motherfucker. Wake up.
I hope you've readied yourself. So I'm told. Let's see if you impress. I'll show you what I can about protecting yourself.
It's loud. Turn that down. Blow my eardrums out, Jesus. Huh. Since I just did my heavy armor perk.
We should keep moving. Don't delay, Shield brother.
Alright, I gotta go kill this dragon now. Where's the fucking door? Let's see if there's a better... Because I'm using the controller right now. There's a better way to move. Okay, let's see how this is. Oh, that's so much better. Fucking awesome. Oh, this is great. I'm loving this. Gotta play this more often. I just get tired with the headset on. Plus I smoke, so I always gotta take it off to have a cigarette, because I don't want to like get nicotine stains on the fucking headset. Jump. Jump. Jump.
Dodge and Dragon Street say you aided the army.
Let's go fight this dragon. Start our Dragonborn quest. Nope.
Look, you already have been told you're not allowed here.
Need something?
Turn around and go
A
back
woman.
the way you came.
She's likely night. We are not welcome here in White. We're looking for a fugitive who comes. It's none of your concern. If that doesn't interest you, feel free to walk away.
Oh. Well, it's kind of rude, Mr. Alec, warrior.
If
I
you
don't
locate
care what
her,
you're
find
doing.
us in
After what
Rorikstead.
happened, you're lucky I don't toss you in jail. Now get lost.
We will be back. Not over.
What do I look like right now? Well, I'm only wearing a leather helmet. So let's get that steel armor on. Put on some bling bling. See how much get out of these. I need a set of boots. A set of gauntlets. Take the gauntlets. I got left over for a dagger. Sure. Oh, see, my eyes are already starting to water. Holy. Oh, wait. I fucked that up. There we go. Too bad that's light armor. Did I not read the Sparks one yet? Is that my horse? No. I don't want to steal a horse, not yet. Alright, Aerolith. I'm coming. Whoa. Ran through the bushes there. What other kind of weapons I got? Ooh, should I go with the Warhammer? Let's go with the double lunar. So what time is it? Yeah. These are real effective right now. There she is.
No signs of any dragon right now. But it sure looks like he's been here. I know it looks bad, but we've got to figure out what happened. And if that dragon is still skulking around somewhere. Spread out and look for survivors. We need to know what we're dealing with.
Keep an eye on the skies, guys. They're gonna come flying in real quick.
Get under cover.
Kinneret, save us. Here he comes again.
Here he comes. Find cover and make every arrow count.
Where is he? Where is he?
Never should have come here.
Kill him.
Land, motherfucker, come on. Alright, I'm gonna have to bust out some magic here. Or, where's my bow? I don't even have a fucking bow. Are you kidding me? God damn it. Oh, fuck. Take that, motherfucker. Headshot, headshot. Got him, guys. Come on. Got him. Ah, damn it, I'm carrying too much now. Shit. I need another couple of health potions. Oh, I'm 50 pounds over. Damn it. Well, let's find out what that does. Alright. Drop. Drop. Well, Mr. Pickaxe, I paid for you, but I just don't have the space right now. Same with Mr. Woodcutter. I'm still over. Fuck. I can always get another mix. They're all over. There we go. Bob and weave. Oh, until you run out of breath. Why am I running? Fucking fast travel to this motherfucker. Oh boy. call him my name. You call him my name. Yeah, boy. Stairs will kill anybody. Just fucking trip at the top and go all the way down. Oh, you're so done. Testing, yeah, okay. I thought my mic wasn't hooked up. But we good.
Good. You're finally here. The Jarl's been waiting for you.
So what happened at the watchtower? Was the dragon there?
Just fix my headset. Sorry, guys. Yeah, the watchtower was destroyed.
I knew I could count on Irileth. Dragonborn. What do you know about the dragon? Not just the men. Masters of the Dragonborn is said to... If you heard the summons, what else could it mean?
Divines bless you. May the ground... The Jarl has put out a bounty on some bandits. Here, that is an old... Long ago, the struggle... Oh, and so, from that time until... Well, the Plains District, most of Dragon's Reach occupies... the history of Whiterun begins as time... Today, Whiterun is the jewel of Skyrim. I can say without boast that it is the greatest city in all the whole.
By my right as Jarl, I name you Thane of Whiterun. It's the greatest honor that's within... I assign you Lydia as a personal house. I'll also note we are honored to have you as Thane of our city, Dragonborn.
Rungar, calm yourself. What does any of this Nord nonsense have to do with our friend here? Capable as he may be, I don't see any signs of him being this... what? Dragonborn.
Nord nonsense? Why, you puffed up ignorant. These are our sacred traditions that go back to...
Hey, Lydia, come over here.
The Jarl has appointed me to be your housecarl. Looks like you've already got someone with you.
What? Who?
Honored to see you again, As my Thane, I'm sworn to your service. The Jarl has recognized... The title of Thane is an honor. Looks like you've already got someone with you.
Oh, for fuck's sakes, alright. I just gotta ditch some shit in the corner here. Come back and get it. Drop. And there's the arrow I shot at the fucking chick. Try to get her attention. Oh boy. Alrighty.
Writhing in the filth of our own corruption, while you have ascended from the dust.
You have come. You have...
But you were once man. I, an ass man.
There's been talk amongst the gods that you are dragon.
I know I need to help this chick.
What is it?
So.
Welcome, child. Somewhat, when the wounded soul, as more of the sickening, I wish only an end to the fight. Indeed. The goddesses, After all, it is she who brings... This is the disciples of course. Not to the east. Up. Even its name is an echo. I've thought about... I think if we... But even if you could get to the Elder Gleam, you could... Elder Gleam, you'll have to deal with the hag... It's called Nettlebane. Your spirit, it's held in a Hagraven nest called Orphan Rock.
So sick. Can hardly stand it.
So, have you gotten Nettlebane back from those filthy Hagravens?
Not yet, bitch. I just haven't even left yet. I just walked in a circle.
So,
Alright. We want to go to the river. I need a smoke break and I need a drink, so I'll be right back. Oops. Let that stew for a moment. Whew. Let's check on this. Sorry, folks who are watching, if there is anybody watching. I'm just eating a bowl of ramen real quick. Worked up an appetite there. You guys want to listen to some Drama Alert with me real quick?
What is up, Drama Alert Nation? I'm your host, Keller Keemstar. Let's get right into the news! Guys, this is insane. You are hearing it here first. This is actually going down. I'm telling you right now, KSI versus Logan Paul, a boxing match is in the works. Obviously, we all know, and we talked about it right here on Drama Alert, how Jake Paul was dodging JJ, dodging this boxing fight. They could not come to agreement, and quite frankly, Jake Paul was just clickbaiting. So 2 days ago, KSI had enough of it. He uploaded a video titled, "My Next Boxing Opponent." And in this video, he asked the fans to vote who he should box next. And the fans have been voting. Adam Sella is at the top of the list, followed by FuzzyTube and Vitali. But I'm telling you right now that that is going to be thrown out the window, because Logan Paul is taking this very serious. Today, Logan Paul uploaded a video titled "Moving Forward," where he says he's taking a week off of YouTube. Roll it.
Hey, What's up, Logan? Guys, we are traveling right now, currently on a flight to Las Vegas. We have a lot of stuff going on right now, a lot of projects we're working on, including some music stuff for you guys. I'm doing a podcast. Here's some designs. It's going to be called Impulsive, as you can see. A lot of big stuff, and you guys know I love you. You know I say it, Logang for life. We are absolutely, by far, the strongest family on YouTube. I will say, though, I am not going to be on YouTube for like the next 7 days or so.
Now, in this video, Logan Paul is in a private jet going from LA to Las Vegas. And part of the reason why he's going to Las Vegas is this. Roll it.
Exciting stuff. We have a time limit on getting the contract in position to
Holy
announce it.
snap.
JJ has a video out for his next opponent with a poll that ends in as little as
Yo,
over 3
next
weeks.
opponent,
Or as big as the Jake Paul Logan Paul beef, or is
Oh,
this
yo, I think it's bigger. This transcends, bro. This could go traditional, bro. Who knows? I could be a professional boxer from now on.
That's right. Logan Paul and his team are working with KSI and their team to come to an agreement to make this thing happen. And Logan Paul was going to Vegas to team up with the money team, Floyd Mayweather.
Wait, what's the kid name? Just upload something today. How big is the file? About a gig? Yeah. Yeah, that's what it say. What's up, Chan? Chan, bro. What's up? Chan. Oh, let's go, Chan. Yeah, better. Come on, all right.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is happening, and I'm being told that it could be announced in little as a week, maybe in a couple days, that this fight is going forward. Now today, I talked to insiders who are putting this deal together with the KSI Logan Paul fight, and apparently this fight most likely will happen in August 2018. Ladies and gentlemen, if this is streamed on YouTube, it will be the biggest event that we've seen for many, many years to come. If you think about it, what other YouTubers could you put together in a ring that would be this big? There is none. This is the biggest of the biggest. Logan Paul versus KSI. I mean, there might be 10 million people watching this event live. And as you all know, there's been beef between KSI's brother, Deji, and Jake Paul. This might be the undercard. A few days ago, Deji uploaded a video titled Dear Logan Paul's Little Brother, where there's no trolling, no clickbait, he is dead-ass serious, and he wants to challenge Jake Paul to a boxing fight. Jake Paul has yet to respond, but with an event this goddamn big, Logan Paul versus KSI, 10 million people watching live, there is absolutely no way that Jake Paul is going to turn this down. And I find this to be absolutely insane because at the KSI Joe Weller fight, after the fight, just hours later, I'm at the after party and I put out a tweet, brothers versus brothers. And now, ladies and gentlemen, this tweet is becoming reality. And if this goes forward, this will be the biggest event that we have ever seen here on YouTube. In related news, KSI recently made peace with one of his enemies for years, Gunjan Daniel. He tweeted out, beef squash, good to see you, bro. Now, I'm sure a bunch of you are saying, who the fuck is Gunjan Daniel? This was a beef going on for years, many, many years. And it's just shocking that this has been squashed. We are moving into a new era. Also in the news, speaking about Jake Paul, FaZe Banks took another dig at Jake on Twitter. Last night he tweeted out, "You're still a fucking pussy" at Jake Paul. Now listen, I can't give you all the details, but what I'm being told is that this has something to do with Jake Paul and the Barley House. And speaking about the Barley House, today it was announced that FaZe Banks has a counter lawsuit against the Barley House. FaZe Banks is countersuing for a total of $225,000 for multiple grievances. Also in the news, this is just heartbreaking. A 12-year-old Fortnite player was swatted on stream after getting a big shout out from another YouTuber. Raleigh Ranchers, a 12-year-old Fortnite streamer, was streaming Road to 100K subs when somebody decided to swat the 12-year-old on stream. So fucked up. The YouTuber that initially gave him the shout-out, Scissors, had this to say on Twitter. In 24 hours, we helped a kid go from 400 subscribers on YouTube to over 87,000. I was just told that somebody swatted him tonight on his live stream. I feel so awful. There are some terrible people in this world. The kid is only 12 years old. I hope whoever did it rots in a cell. Amen to that. And now for our final story. Clout Gang versus Team 10. It all started with a little snake known as Erica, who uploaded a video titled this: Dear Wolfie Raps. In this video, Erica responds to Wolfie Raps saying Erica can catch these hands. Now, a lot of people thought, like, this is ridiculous. He shouldn't be threatening to fight Erica. He's a guy, she's a girl. This is wrong. Wolfie needs to apologize. This is what Erica had to say. Roll it.
What? Erica, you're about to catch these hands. What? Erica.
With everything in Hollywood that's going on right now, was it really smart to say you want to catch hands with a girl? That's worse than Keemstar, bro. Even Keemstar didn't go that far.
Snake Bitch is a professional victim, I swear to God, alright? Maybe what Wolfie said was over the top and wrong, but did Wolfie really mean that he's gonna go beat up Erica? I didn't get that. I thought he was just, you know, talking shit. Wolfie uploaded a response to Erica in a video titled Shut Up Jake Paul, where he went on to say this. Roll it.
How does Erica always manage to get the word assault into every situation? Erica, if you know, like, street slang, catch these hands can mean fight. Catch these hands can be like, okay, yo, she needs to shut her mouth. Catch these hands can mean a number of things, but you always manage to find a way. I mean, Team 10 in general always finds a way to get assault, which is the most serious of words, into the equation. Bro, when did I say, yo, I'm gonna physically assault Erica Costa? I was like, yo. And the next line in the video was like, yo, I'm gonna get my snake to fight her snake. But, I mean, she cut that out because you're a snake.
Okay, so it sounds like Wolfie wasn't saying, like, I'm gonna beat you up. He was just, you know, talking shit. But the best part of this whole situation is when Jake Paul got involved in Erica's video. Jake Paul states that he's gonna go deep and give you some, you know, deep understanding of the situation. Listen to this shit. Roll it.
Wolfie wants to fight you?
Yeah, he said I'm gonna catch his hands next.
So he called out a girl to a fight?
Pretty much.
The problem to me, and this is like getting deep, I don't mean deep.
Let's do it.
But the problem to me, like on a real note, like seriously, is when I watch these kids that have no intelligence or talent or skill, and they are on a platform making videos to pay their month's rent, and they don't have a meaning behind their videos, they don't put effort into their videos, they're online roasting other people, trying to bring their brand down, defacing other people's names. And I guess the problem is, like, these kids are like the scum of the earth with a audience watching them, and that can negatively affect and create negative energy in the world in like so many different ways. And they are out there using their platform negatively to bring other people down. Like, I get it's funny and it's like comedy, but like when you really break it down, like these kids are literally just like scratching to hang on to their careers by making YouTube videos to pay their rent.
Wow, that is the stupidest thing I have ever heard. And how many times does this kid say like this and like that and like, shut up? Everything you said in that speech, Jake Paul, is hypocritical as shit, and everybody knows it. You've never used your platform for negativity. And the most crazy thing to me about this situation is that Wolfie Raps, like, called out Jake Paul. He said he wanted to, like, throw hands with Jake Paul, but they only focused on the Erica situation. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the news today. Guys, if you're new here and you want to keep up to date on any of these stories, make sure you subscribe with notifications on. And if you enjoy this video, take the time to slap a like on it. That's how I know you're digging the vids. Drama Alert Nation, now over 3,500,000 subscribers.
up, you beautiful bastards? Hope you're having a fantastic Tuesday. Welcome back to the Philip DeFranco Show, and let's just jump into it. And the first thing I want to talk about today, because there's so much negativity in the news, is a positive story. A positive story about my new personal hero, Elizabeth Swaney. Elizabeth Swaney is a 33-year-old American woman. She's been freestyle skiing since 2013, and she's had the goal of making the Olympics. And this year, she did just that. She went to the Olympics, but you may not have heard of her because she finished 24th, last place. This in the women's ski halfpipe. And as far as why she ended up in last place, it was because she really didn't attempt any tricks. I can't show you the video for legal reasons, but when she would get to the top of the halfpipe where people would normally do tricks, she would just then go back down. For her two runs, she received the scores 30 and 31.4. And I laugh because her best score was still 13.6 points behind 23rd place, and that was Denmark's Layla freestyling, and she slipped on both runs. So the question becomes, well, why did Elizabeth Swaney not do any tricks, and how the hell is she in the Olympics? Well, my friends, it is because Elizabeth Swaney is a damn American hero. A woman with the very American mindset of, it doesn't matter if I'm qualified to do it, I'm gonna figure out a way how to get there. Elizabeth, knowing she didn't have a good chance of competing with the US team, originally competed for Venezuela, where her mother is from, later switching to Hungary, where her grandparents were from, and she actually ended up becoming Hungary's first Olympic freestyle skier after qualifying both through the country's quota system, as well as placing where she needed to place among 13 World Cup halfpipe contests. Now, when you hear that she placed where she needed to place, you go, oh, okay, well, she beat out other athletes. Not really. Pretty much every event she went to, she placed last or near last. But Elizabeth realized she could game the system. According to the rules, to qualify for the halfpipe at the Olympic Games, athletes must record a number of top 30 finishes. And so what Swaney ended up doing was just going to competitions with fewer than 30 competitors. And so by technicality, she was satisfying the requirement. In fact, the best Swaney has ever placed is 13th out of 15. And so she met those basic requirements. She raised funds through online donation sites so she could pay for all of this. And according to reports, there were a few competitors that had to be pulled out of the Olympics due to injury. There's the limit on how many skiers a single country can have in one same event. And then you pair that with some reallocation rules within the Hungarian Ski Federation designed to balance men and women's competitors, and Swaney got through. Now, because Swaney was able to pull this off, there are people that are angry and also people calling for change. A Hungarian team spokesman telling Reuters, "We, the Hungarian Olympic Committee, have to learn the lessons from this case, and we must consider rethinking our nomination procedures. We shall be doing this with the assistance of the appropriate experts in the near future." At least one fan saying, "It's so sad to me that anyone thinks what Elizabeth Swaney did is in any way admirable. I get that it's her dream, but it's also a dream of the thousands of elite athletes who train endlessly. There's nothing admirable about a loophole." Another saying, "Terribly disrespectful. I'm sorry to hear someone from the USA would game the system like that, but not surprised either." But others, like Canadian skier Cassie Sharp, who actually won the gold medal in the women's halfpipe final, said, "If you're going to put in that time and effort to be here, then you deserve to be here as much as I do." My official response to any Elizabeth Swaney haters out there is, don't hate the player, hate the game. Elizabeth Swaney didn't make the rules. She just made the rules work for her. And you know what? If you're looking for any advice out there, there's a saying in sports that I think that people could use in their everyday lives, and that is, don't play your opponent, play the rules. What's in the rule book of whatever you're doing in life? For some things, like an actual sport, there is an actual rule book. In life, you have laws. And if you take the time to actually look at the rules, unlike other people who are just going to rely on things like raw talent, then you give yourself an advantage, or at the very least, like in this situation, a way in where otherwise there would not have been one. So Elizabeth Swaney, from one hustler to another, I salute you. And then let's talk about the situation around Blac Chyna. Now, if you're not familiar with Blac Chyna, she's a former stripper, model, turned reality star, but overall seemingly a person that's famous for no reason. And you might have seen yesterday that she was trending all over Twitter, and it was because there was a 1-minute video of her performing oral sex on, at that time, an unidentified man. Now, as of right now, it's unclear who posted the first video. Blac Chyna and her lawyers say they're already asking the police to investigate the leak. At this time, she has not made any public statements, but her attorneys are speaking out. One of her lawyers, Lisa Bloom, writing on Twitter yesterday, "Revenge porn, posting explicit images without the consent of everyone in those images, is a crime, a civil wrong, and a form of domestic abuse. It's also a way to try to slut-shame women for being sexual. Girls have killed themselves over revenge porn. It's not a joke." And it's actually that part of the story and the general reaction I saw online that made me want to talk about this story. Because online, the #1 reaction to this video wasn't outrage. It was making fun of Blac Chyna for being bad at giving head. I mean, this video got leaked, and just 7 minutes later, it was memes galore. We also saw a lot of people addressing the issue of the leak, saying Chyna has no reason to be upset because she agreed to be videotaped, so she shouldn't be upset if it leaked. And we've talked about this before, I'll say it again, and it's not white knighting, it is just stating the facts. It is a consent issue. Just because you do something that makes it possible for someone to do something horrible to you doesn't make it okay. Like if you give someone a key to your house, you trust this person, and then maybe things go bad, and then that person gives copies of your keys out. That's not okay. You didn't give them permission. If you decide to film yourself in a sexual situation with one other person, that's a just for you thing. You're not consenting to the entirety of the internet seeing it. It can happen, which is why I advise, if you're not okay with it, never film anything like this. But that doesn't put the woman or the person that is the victim in this situation in the wrong. I just think in general it's important to remember that whether it be a reality star or whether it be someone maybe you don't like, when something illegal happens to someone, we shouldn't just cheer it on. We shouldn't make fun of the victim. Also at the same time, I kind of want to say anyone that's ever faked leaks in the past for free promotion, which is essentially faking a crime. Fuck those people, because their actions in the past have trained people to just believe that this is all part of the PR cycle. That said, for this specific story, we now have Blac Chyna's ex-boyfriend Michi coming forward saying he's actually the unidentified guy in the video. He's reportedly angry. He said he's never possessed the video, that it was taken on Blac Chyna's phone. So as of right now, who posted the video, we don't know. A lot of people have been pointing to Rob Kardashian, this because he posted private photos of Blac Chyna on the internet before on all his own social media. And so that's where we are as of right now around this specific story. We'll see if there's anything that comes from the police investigation. But it was less about the specifics and more about the just grand scheme that I wanted to talk about. But from that, I want to share some stuff I love today. And today in Awesome, brought to you by probably one of the most requested shirts we've had in a year. Today we are releasing the Why Be Informed When You Can Use Your Feelings as Your Facts shirt. Perfect shirt for people that are tired of arguing with people who are using their feelings as facts, and or the perfect gift for that favorite family member or family members on your Facebook timeline throwing out bullshit. They'll probably wear it not realizing you're talking shit on them. So if you want to snag one while you can, jump on this first run of the shirt, link down below. The first bit of awesome, it's just because I'm still on a Michael B. Jordan kick right now. Complex posted a video going sneaker shopping with Michael B. Jordan. Then we had Seeker covering Why Do We Taste Sour Flavors? We had Marvel releasing a video announcing fresh starts for 2018, saying new creative teams, new series, new directions, new beginnings. So hopefully there's some awesome in that. And we got the honest trailer for Justice League. We've got the Slow-Mo guys putting out Rubber Wrecking Ball in 4K. We got a new trailer for Season 2 of Jessica Jones. And if you want to see the full versions of everything, I just shared the secret link of the day, anything at all. Links as always are in the description down below. Then, in potentially big news around gun laws and gun regulation, Donald Trump spoke about bump stocks today.
After the deadly shooting in Las Vegas, I directed Attorney General to clarify whether certain bump stock devices, like the one used in Las Vegas, are illegal under current law. That process began in December, and just a few moments ago, I signed a memorandum directing the Attorney General to propose regulations to ban all devices that turn legal weapons into machine guns. I expect that these critical regulations will be finalized, Jeff, very soon.
So potential change incoming. It'll be interesting to see what the debate in Congress looks like, but there's not much for me to add here because this literally happened after I was done with the show, but I wanted to make sure we included it. That said, whether you're pro-gun, anti-gun, I'd love to know your thoughts on this specific topic. Then, and potentially the sexiest story of the day today, let's talk about gerrymandering. Fuck was that? Yes, gerrymandering. Let's try and keep it together as we talk about congressional district maps. Okay, I mean, seriously, if someone's not listening with headphones, someone's gonna come by. Enough of that. In June of 2017, a lawsuit was filed alleging that the Pennsylvania congressional district map was infringing on constitutional rights of voters according to the state constitution. This due to partisan gerrymandering. And for those new to the topic of gerrymandering, the definition of gerrymandering is to divide a territorial unit into election districts to give one political party an electoral majority in a large number of districts while concentrating the voting strength of the opposition in as few districts as possible. And long story short, what it ends up doing is it fucks with the proper representation of a state. And when you look at how some of the districts were carved up to favor Republicans, it doesn't even look like they were trying to hide it. Like, look at this one. This is a real district in Pennsylvania. It's nicknamed Goofy Kicking Donald Duck. And it's districts being carved up like that resulted in Republicans holding 13 out of the 18 congressional districts in the state, despite statewide voting being closer to 50-50. Now, on January 22nd of this year, the Pennsylvania Supreme Court ruled that the state's congressional district map was unconstitutional. That decision stating that the map clearly, plainly, and palpably violates the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And the ruling gave lawmakers until February 9th to create a new district map, saying if they do not by then, the court welcomed all parties and interveners to submit maps. After this, we saw members of the state GOP enter an emergency appeal with the Supreme Court. The court rejected that request. And though the court didn't explicitly state why, some speculated it was because the decision considered the state constitution instead of the federal one. And then we get the big news yesterday. The Pennsylvania Supreme Court announces the new map using population and geographical compactness to redraw the districts. The decision stating that no revised map was agreed upon by the legislature, so it fell to the court. Ultimately, what we see with this new map is it makes 7 competitive GOP-held districts more democratic. 3 of the districts that Trump won by more than 20% could actually be competitive in the midterm. And what we could expect to maybe see is 4 to 6 of the seats switching to the Democrats' favor. And the court decision instructs the 2018 election to use this new map, and candidates have until March 20th to register for the primary. Now, of course, as expected, there were a lot of reactions to this news. Pennsylvania Governor and Democrat Tom Wolf saying, "I applaud the court for their decision, and I respect their effort to remedy Pennsylvania's unfair and unequal congressional election." Former Attorney General Eric Holder and the chairman of the National Democratic Redistricting Committee said the new map is, quote, a major victory in the fight against gerrymandering in Pennsylvania and around the country. But at the same time, you had House Speaker Mike Torzai, Senate President Pro Tempore Joe Scarnati, both Republicans, saying in a joint statement, implementation of this map would create a constitutional crisis where the Pennsylvania Supreme Court is usurping the authority of the legislative and executive branches, also calling the decision the ultimate partisan gerrymander, one brought about by the Democrat governor acting in concert with liberal politically connected litigants. And then we also heard from President Trump, who tweeted, "Hope Republicans in the great state of Pennsylvania challenge the new pushed congressional map all the way to the Supreme Court if necessary. Your original was correct. Don't let the Dems take elections away from you so that they can raise taxes and waste money." And ultimately, I'm of the mindset of the closer we can get to proper representation when it comes to voting, the better. I hate that this has somehow become partisan politics. Both parties in the past have been guilty of gerrymandering. The Republicans just did a fantastic job over the past decade. And once again, like with the Elizabeth Sweeney situation, there's part of me that appreciates playing that rule book hard. But unlike in the Sweeney situation, it ultimately results in the taking away of someone's voice, somewhat the effectiveness of someone's vote. There's no reason that when you look to Pennsylvania, which is a very 50-50 state, that the breakdown in districts should be 13 to 18. 50% does not equal 72%. Even if it was like a split of 10 Republican seats, 8 Democrat seats, then you could be like, oh, okay, well, that's just the way the split went. But here it's so obvious. And what I would like to remind the Republicans who are against this redistricting is that sometimes you end up creating your own future problems. People's opinions change, they evolve, different people come into power, different people will be able to pull the same tricks as you. One of the instances that comes to mind is when we look back to 2013, the Senate Democrats, they pulled that nuclear option. We only need 50 votes, and then they lost their damn mind when the Republicans did it last year. But that's also probably going to fall on deaf ears because for most politicians, it's all about the now. And actually, on the note of only thinking about the now, I want to talk about Donald Trump and Mitt Romney. Because in the past week, Mitt Romney announced that he's going to be running for a Senate seat in Utah. Yesterday, we saw the president tweet, Mitt Romney has announced he is running for the Senate from the wonderful state of Utah. He will make a great senator and worthy successor to Orrin Hatch and has my full support and endorsement. Mitt Romney responding, thank you, Mr. President, for the support. I hope that over the course of the campaign, I also earn the support and endorsement of the people of Utah. And understandably, people from both sides were kind of surprised by this. One, because since 2016, Mitt Romney has said stuff like this about Donald Trump.
Donald Trump is a phony, a fraud. His promises are as worthless as a degree from Trump University. He's playing the members of the American public for suckers. He gets a free ride to the White House, and all we get is a lousy hat.
And I've seen some people say, well, of course he's going to say thank you. Why would he cause a fire? And to that, people pointed out that, once again, in 2016, Mitt Romney tweeted, if Trump had said 4 years ago the things he says today about the KKK, Muslims, Mexicans, disabled, I would not have accepted his endorsement. Now, as of early 2018, it appears Mitt Romney is of a different mind, which is strange considering in 2017 he criticized the president around Nazis. Donald Trump, of course, had his infamous both sides comment after Charlottesville. Mitt Romney responded, no, not the same. One side is racist, bigoted Nazi, other opposes racism and bigotry, morally different universes. Also, maybe this is a super recent change because January 15th, 2018, he criticized the president, writing, the poverty of an aspiring immigrant's nation of origin is as irrelevant as their race. The sentiment attributed to POTUS is inconsistent with America's history and antithetical to American values. And here's the thing, I don't care if you're pro-Trump, you were one of the never-Trumpers, which Mitt Romney appeared to be back in the day. How do you trust Mitt Romney? Because if you're anti-Trump, it appears that Mitt Romney, who has been so outspoken against Trump, has finally bent the knee, he's kissing the ring, and if you're pro-Trump, he seems like a wolf in sheep's clothing. But he's just going to do this to secure the vote, and then he's not going to be on Trump's team when he's in the Senate. But I also wonder if this is part of Mitt Romney's strategy, because that was something that seemingly helped Donald Trump during the 2016 election. I knew a good number of people that when they looked at Trump, they were like, no, he's just trying to trick Republicans. He's just saying big, crazy shit like that wall, so they're on board. But when he gets in there, he's going to switch it up. He's our Trojan horse, so it's not crazy to think that there are Republicans who have been anti-Trump thinking, okay, Mitt Romney is our Trojan horse. But honestly, who knows? He's a career politician. Who knows where he lies? With that said, that's where I'm going to end today's show. Of course, this is the Philip DeFranco Show. I give you the news, I give you my opinion, and then I want to hear from you, whether it be the last story, the first one, anything in between. Let me know what you're thinking in those comments down below. And remember, if you like this video, you like what I'm trying to do on this channel, hit that like button. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Also, while you're at it, make sure you have that little bell check so you get a notification when we upload a new video. YouTube, the past, feels like the past 3 weeks, they've been waiting the damn time, like 30 to 60 minutes for the videos to hit subscription boxes. The notifications always help. Also, you can follow me on twitter.com/PhillyD. I always update when we upload a new video. That said, if you did miss yesterday's Philip DeFranco Show, you want to catch up, click or tap right there to watch that. Or if you need something lighter, we have a behind-the-scenes vlog. We have the newest video right here. But that said, of course, as always, my name's Philip DeFranco. You've just been filled in. I love yo faces, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Really deep.
What's up, you beautiful bastards? Hope you're having a fantastic Monday, February 19th, 2018. Welcome back to the Philip DeFranco Show, and let's just jump into it. And the first thing I want to talk about today, one of the more requested stories of the day, let's talk about this situation around LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and Laura Ingraham. On February 15th, LeBron James and Kevin Durant do an interview. It was a segment for a show called Uninterrupted. They talked about things like President Trump, the country, other social issues. And in that video interview, we see this.
The #1 job in America, the point of person, is someone who doesn't understand the people and really don't give a fuck about the people.
When we're talking about leadership and what's going on in our country, it's all about leadership. And I learned that playing basketball. You know, I learned a lot of life skills from playing basketball. You need to empower people. You need to, you know, encourage people, and that's what builds a great team. And I feel like our team as a country is not ran by a great coach.
It's not even a surprise when he says something. It's not even surprise. It's like laughable. It's like
It's laughable.
It's laughable and it's scary.
And in response to that, later that night, Fox News host Laura Ingraham criticized the player, saying LeBron's comments were barely intelligible, they were ungrammatical, adding,
"Here's his barely intelligible, not to mention ungrammatical take on President Trump in a new ESPN podcast. I'm numb to this commentary, like, must they run their mouths like that? Unfortunately, a lot of kids and some adults take these ignorant comments seriously. Look, there might be a cautionary lesson in LeBron for kids. This is what happens when you attempt to leave high school a year early to join the NBA. And it's always unwise to seek political advice from someone who gets paid $100 million a year to bounce a ball. Oh, and LeBron and Kevin, you're great players, but no one voted for you. Millions elected Trump to be their coach. So keep the political commentary to yourself, or as someone once said, shut up and dribble."
And following this, we saw a lot of big reactions online. Some saying, yeah, Laura's right, stick to basketball, don't talk about politics. Others saying, no, these guys are just embracing their freedom of speech. They're giving their opinion on something. Some going as far to say Ingram's comments were racist. We then saw Ingram respond to those allegations of racism. And ultimately her defense is, I've told people to shut up and blank for years. Saying in 2003, I wrote a New York Times bestseller called Shut Up and Sing. This criticizing the Dixie Chicks and Barbra Streisand. I've told Robert De Niro to shut up and act, Jimmy Kimmel to shut up and make us laugh, Coach Greg Popovich to shut up and coach. Adding, if pro athletes and entertainers want to freelance as political pundits, then they should not be surprised when they're called out for insulting politicians. There was no racial intent in my remarks. False. Defamatory charges of racism are a transparent attempt to immunize entertainment and sports elites from scrutiny and criticism. Following this, we saw LeBron responding over the weekend.
We will definitely not shut up and dribble. I would definitely not do that. I mean too much to the youth. I mean too much to so many kids that feel like they don't have a way out, and they need someone to help lead them out of the situation they're in. Also, wish she would have did a little bit more fact checking, because I actually did finish high school and didn't leave early. I graduated high school. The best thing she did is gonna help me is create more awareness, and I get to sit up here and talk about social injustice, equality, and why a woman on a certain network decided to tell me to shut up and dribble.
And as far as my personal response to this, I'm not even going to touch the intention, was it racism, blah, blah, blah part. I do think Laura Ingram's point is ridiculous, as well as considering that she is on Fox News and the guests they bring on Fox News, it's very hypocritical. I'll hit specifics on that point in a second. One, I think it's ridiculous to disqualify someone's opinion on something because of their job or the amount of money they make. Before Donald Trump was president, he said he had billions. We know that he had at least hundreds of millions of dollars. Yes, he was a businessman, but he was also a reality TV star. Just because he wasn't elected at that time doesn't mean that Donald Trump's opinions and reactions on things should have been disqualified. Using your same argument, we could also say, why should we care what Laura says? She wasn't elected. As far as the hypocritical point, I'll I'll just piggyback on what Chris Long pointed out. Chris Long, of course, Eagles defensive end, two-time Super Bowl champion. You've also probably seen him pop up in the news this year because he donated his entire salary this year to charity. He made a very long Twitter collage of all the times Fox News brought on celebrities to hear their opinion. John Voight, Kid Rock, Chuck Norris, Clint Eastwood. And if you want to take the time, the list goes on and on. So why do their opinions seemingly matter, but when LeBron and Kevin talk, no. You play basketball. So for Laura to have that opinion, I just feel like it's ridiculous. But that said, of course, I want to pass the question off to you. What are your thoughts on this? Then let's talk about Black Panther for two reasons. One, it is just killing it at the box office right now. It's estimated that it's going to make $201 million in North America over the weekend, and internationally, it's expected to make $387 million more. Ratings-wise, it's got 97% on Rotten Tomatoes with an audience score of 77%. And I will say, I personally love the movie. It's a gorgeous-looking movie. They somehow make me care about almost all the characters, even secondary characters. And Michael B. Jordan is a fantastic villain with a fantastic backstory. For me personally, when it comes to these kind of movies, how good the movie is often depends on the bad guy. Like some comic book movies can power through not having a really good bad guy, like Guardians of the Galaxy, I feel like has had a bad guy problem. But you just watch the first movie, it's just so fun, the main five are so great. And with Black Panther, Michael B. Jordan just kills it at being Killmonger. That said, I can understand people's criticisms about certain things, like the green screen, some pacing issues depending on your personal preference, predictability, but then you could argue it's about the ride. So there's that side of it, but then there was also the fake news side of it. Over the last few days, some social media users have claimed that they were attacked while going to screenings of Black Panther. And these people claim the attacks were racially motivated. Most of the photos include photos of people bruised, bloody after these alleged beatings. We'll take a look at some of the tweets. For example, I went to see Black Panther with my girlfriend and a black teenager shouted, "You at the wrong theater," smashed a bottle on her face. I was so excited to see Black Panther and a young black man at the theater shouted, "You in the wrong place, cracker," and proceeded to bloody my face. It hurt so bad I can't take it. Went to the Black Panther premiere tonight and my wife was assaulted. 3 black women approached us and one said, "This movie ain't for you, white bitch," and then attacked her. Security escorted us to the parking lot and we left. We just wanted to see a movie. And there are more and more posts, but you get the example. That said, if you were familiar with the Rob Porter story that we talked about, you know that was Rob Porter's wife in one of those pictures. Or if you're a fan of Supernatural, you know that this is Jensen Ackles. And some of the other photos included real photos from other assaults. This particular one happened in Sweden about a month ago. And Twitter's tried to stop the spread of all these false reports. They've suspended some of the accounts, but if you go online right now, there's still people spreading this fake news. And while this is disgusting to me because people are spreading fake news to further the racial divides in this country, it's also extremely disrespectful and disgusting because they're using real victims. People's horrible moments being exploited to push a racist agenda. And that's the end of the story. I just wanted to make people aware of this fake news. And if your aunts and uncles are sharing this because they didn't look into it and it just kind of furthers what they think about the world, hit them with that truth. They'll reject it, but still you'll know you're in the right. But from that, I want to share some stuff I love today, and today in Awesome brought to you by Postmates. Postmates, of course, a fantastic delivery on demand app. You want something from the store, you want something from your favorite restaurant, boom, open up the app, they will deliver it to your home, your office, your wherever. With the lack of free time I have these days, it has become vital to my life. I highly recommend it. And best of all, if you are a new customer, you want to check this out, go to postafranco.com, download the app, enter promo code PHILAD, and they will give you $100 in free delivery credit. And the first bit of awesome is just a recommendation. In the past, I recommended movies like Train to Busan, I've recommended series like 11/22/63, Handmaid's Tale, Future Man. But something I haven't done in a very long time is to recommend a video game, and that is finally coming to an end. If you're looking for a fun, enjoyable game that makes you feel like you earned your wins, and also if you want to go that far, has an extremely high skill level, I cannot recommend the game Celeste enough. You can play it on Steam, the Nintendo Switch, the PS4, the Xbox One. It also has a fantastic soundtrack, one that I love so much I actually listen to that while I research stories. And of course, are there better games in the world? Yes, but this is one of the last ones that just kind of fell in front of me, and I just wanted to share it. Then we had other awesome, including the director of Black Panther, Brian Coogler, kind of just walking us through a fight scene. More slow-mo guys, awesome. We had Life Nugget asking which animal is the smartest. And if you want to see the full versions of everything, I just shared the secret link of the day, anything at all. Links, as always, are in the description down below. And then let's talk about the fallout from the Parkland, Florida school shooting. This mass shooting, of course, involving a former student bringing an AR-15 to the school, killing 17, injuring many others, and many people were looking for who to blame other than just the shooter. Of course, there's a conversation to be had around gun laws, specifically what you can have, background checks, things like that. Right? People asking questions like, why is it that in Florida you have to be 21 years old, you have to go through a 3-day background check to get a handgun? But if you opt instead to buy an AR-15, seemingly a much more deadly weapon, you only have to be 18 years old, and you just go in, if you pass a quickie background check, you could be out in minutes. But at the same time, you had people placing blame elsewhere. You had Florida Republican Congressman Brian Mast blaming who he called the biggest pusher of violence.
What do we do with the biggest pusher of violence? The biggest pusher of violence is hands down Hollywood movies hands down the video game market. When you look at Call of Duty, when you look at movies like John Wick, the societal impacts of people being desensitized to killing in ways that are different than how somebody that was on the battlefield is desensitized is troubling.
Also, it's important to note, Brian Mast is not alone. We had Matt Bevin, he's a Republican governor from Kentucky. He's endorsed by the NRA, and he said this.
And then you look at the culture of death that is being celebrated. There are video games that, yes, are listed for mature audiences, but kids play them and everybody knows it, and there's nothing to prevent a child from playing them. That celebrate the slaughtering of people. There are games that literally replicate and give people the ability to score points for doing the very same things that these students are doing inside of schools, where you get extra points for finishing someone off who's lying there begging for their life. These are quote-unquote video games, and they're forced down our throats under the guise of protected speech. It's garbage. It's the same as pornography.
We also had people like CNN political commentator hitting some of these same notes, but then also blaming rap music.
We have a culture thing here that we're not discussing. I mean, when I grew up, it was Andy Griffith, and you never had school shootings, and we still had prayer in school. And we drove to school with guns in the car. I say we. I would see students that did that. Today, we are in a different time when not the media, but movie industry, the rap industry, radio in general talks about these things that are common now, and we have almost desensitized.
And it's incredibly annoying to me that I have to say the same thing that I have to say every time some politician decides to blame movies and video games and rap music. Every time after a tragedy like this, the research doesn't back that up. Like with any topic, if you search long enough, you can find a site or some research that says what you think, right? There are studies on both sides that say, you know, video games do cause people to be violent. No, they don't. But if you look at a lot of the newer research, those using better methods, you find that there's very minimal, if any, connection whatsoever to violence and violence in real life. It also seemingly doesn't answer the question why.
Alrighty. We're getting ready here. Shit. Still gotta finish the rest of this cigarette. I forgot I had it here in the ashtray. Boom. Alright, earpiece is back in. I literally only got like 2 puffs left in it. Alright, I think that's good. Oh, I just touched it for a second. Where'd it go? There it is. Alright, let's get back to where we were. Just adjust everything here. I don't like it when things get blurry.
The Greybeards have summoned the Dragonborn to High Hrothgar.
Yes,
Such a thing has not happened for hundreds of years.
Do I get in trouble if I kill the chicken? Oh, yeah, I did get in trouble.
Alright.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
What was that?
Yeah. That's why I hit him in the head. I accident. Oops. That was funny. My bad. My bad. Oh, that's an ugly fucking thing, eh? See how close we can get it to him. Oh. Oh, the closer he gets, the more out of frame he goes. Huh.
Stay out of trouble, Imperial.
A few seconds for my supper is all I ask.
I'll take that salt.
Yes.
Got him.
Maybe some other time I'll reveal your destiny.
You're someone who can get things. Plenty. I'd say we're prosperous enough. Most folk don't go hungry, if they're willing to work hard.
Still carrying too much? There we go. How come she won't sell me anything?
Got some good pieces out here if you... Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
Everything looks a little blurry. That's the thing with these things, you gotta get them right dead center. That's better.
The finest weapons and armor.
Let me see what else I got for sale.
Don't... Forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
You couldn't possibly be the Dragonborn of legend, could you?
That's much better. Just fast travel there. I think that's ebony, or I don't know, I think that might be a Daedric sword. Anyways.
Whatever you need. Buy Ysmir if it's simple and strong.
The Greybeards have summoned the
forge
Dragonborn
it.
to High Rothgar. Such a thing has not happened for hundreds.
I'm spoken for, you know, so don't get any ideas. Alva and I, we got a daughter. Little Dorothy.
And if they do, they'll kill him. That's not much of a...
Well, one of us has to do something.
I said no. No adventures, no theatric.
I don't know what... yeah,
An ornament. You found... I'm gonna put this back where it belongs. I'll never forget this. You've done a great thing for me and my sister.
Maybe you can talk some sense into my pig-headed brother. What are you talking about? Oh my. Thank you for telling me the truth. Could you talk to Faendal as well? I'm sure he'll want to thank you for standing up for him.
Thank you so... You and me, we're the only... I think I have a few old spell books laying about. If you want more, you'll have to go to the College of Winterhold. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. All right, then.
It means so much to us to have the claw back where it belongs. It's a fine day with you around. You're a strapping young man. Don't be a stranger.
She wants the D. Thank you for the cabbage.
You're kind of fuzzy. What's wrong with you?
Riverwood's agreeable on... I'll show you what I know. I appreciate your help. Please, take this. Some gold I've saved up from working at... I'll show you what I know.
It's not worth it, man. What's swimming? Whoa, so blurry underwater. Now where to? Always join the Legion. At least I don't have so far to walk. Shit, I missed all this shit the first time I went through here. Yeah. It's on the sneak attack approach. Fuck, that's a real looking deer. It's getting closer. Back up. Back up, bitch. Back up. Oh, my fucking insides hurt. First things first. We want to go this way. Where's my blue arrow? There it is. Damn it. Oh shit. Got him. the giant. Where's Farkas? Call him and meet him here. There he is.
We should keep moving. Ysgramor was the hero who started. He came from the ancient homeland and killed, but not all of them, because some of them are still here. I want you to make sure if you are honorable and strong. A smart man came. Skjor thinks you should find it, and I'm supposed to watch you. All right then. Hey! Looks like someone's been digging here, and recently. Tread lightly. Careful. Around the burial stones. I don't want to haul you back to your Vasker on my back. We should keep moving.
Since I know what happens here, I can have a cigarette.
Now look what you're gotten yourself into. No worries. Just sit tight. I'll find the release. What was that?
It's time to die, dog. We knew you'd be coming. Your mistake, companion.
Which one is that?
Doesn't matter. He wears that armor. Die.
Killing you will make for an excellent story.
None of you will be alive to tell it. I hope I didn't scare you. It's a blessing given to some of us. We can be like wild beasts, fearsome. Oh no, only the Circle have the beast blood. Prove you're... We should keep moving. Still the Draugr to worry about.
Game.
Oh yeah.
Your best? That's your best, huh?
We should keep moving. Bad people, so they don't like us either. Not everyone. But all the Circle are. It's a secret to everybody. Who's there? Come on! This!
Time to end this little game.
We should keep moving. All right then.
Hey.
Huh?
Got him. Boom. I'll drop this off in your basket and we're done for the night, guys. It's already, what time is it? Oh, shit. It's morning time.
Hey! We need to get back to your Vasker. Until next time.
Huh?
What is it, Imperial?
I was the newest companion until you came along.
Brothers and sisters of the Circle, today we welcome a new soul into our mortal fold.
You're sexy as shit.
This man has endured, has challenged, and has shown his valor. Who will speak for him?
I stand witness to the courage of the soul before us.
Would you raise your shield in his defense?
I would stand at his back, that the world might never overtake us.
And would you raise your sword in his honor?
It stands ready to meet the blood of his foes.
And would you raise a mug in his name?
I would lead the song of triumph as our mead hall reveled in his stories.
Then the judgment of this circle is complete. His heart beats with fury and courage that have united the companions since the days of the distant green summers. Let it beat with ours, that the mountains may echo and our enemies may tremble at the call.
It shall be so.
Well, boy,
You may
you're
actually
one
be
of us
stronger
now.
than you look.
I trust you
Perhaps we
won't
can hunt
disappoint.
Are you looking for help? This had better be.
One of the guards for the Jarl has... At this point, they don't care. Be careful. This woman is known to be dangerous. I've already given you a job. Now get to it.
I'll take
When
my
you
leave.
get to be my age, I see you... Not... Some take to... Well, I grow old. I worry living as beast. Some may prefer... Yes, but you don't need to shoot. And speak to Yorland if you want a better weapon than... whatever that is.
Got a lot of steel to...
Yes, lad. I can fashion whatever kind of weapon you want. Finest forge in... A blade. It will be as sharp as Fralia's tongue.
Skjor says that I have the strength of Ys. Aren't you already running a job for Skjor? Come talk to me when you finish. That up. All right then.
My Eorland is the finest blacksmith in Skyrim, and that's not just a